To Victoria 2, everybody. I'm the Duke of America here. Now, last episode I left you off with somewhat of a cliffhanger. I've been over all this once already, so I'm just gonna try and briefly skim over it. We got a place in the sun cast his belly against Britain in last episode, and that's how we obtained Green Mark in Iceland as well. I, of course, accepted it, intending to get Colombia, but I realized I can't actually get Colombia because they're a sub-state. Because I said over the break I would check it out, and I did. And I cannot get Colombia with that thing because they're not a place in the sun. They're a different country, satellite. And I can't justify annexing them because I have a truce. Though, the truce, I can break the truce, but it will cost 20 prestige, which I decided is nothing because we're number 3 in prestige in the world. UK is second. They're 100 ahead of us, and France is almost 200 ahead of us. So 20 prestige doesn't really matter to me. Actually, who's number 4? North Germany. And they have 174, so they're way behind. So 20 doesn't matter too much. So I'm willing to do that, but since I can't get Colombia, I either can choose from the Canadian states, but since I'm going to annex them in a couple of years anyways, I decided against that. And it was really a debate of these guys, and I ended up deciding on the Caribbean islands, which is Bermuda, the Bahamas, the Cayman Islands, and Jamaica. So pretty much those 4 sections, not including the bottom left. So these 3 and Bermuda. Now, the time I tried this, I went to war and we won. It was fairly easy, so we're going to do it now. I just did a test. It wasn't a big thing. Before I forget, I'm going to set this timer. There we go. And I came back and I went to record, but something fateful happened, and I didn't want to seem like a cheater. So I'm not going to include it also because it's just a waste of time, but a crisis broke out literally right before I was going to go to war, and then it made the CB expire, because it expires in June of this year. So because a crisis broke out for, I think, Romania. Yeah, I think it was Romania. Whatever. It didn't break out when I tested, but when I went to record, it's like, oh, hey, let's have a crisis for Romania. So I'm like, no, I'm just going to restart from my save point, because that's rude and it's not fair. Well, it is kind of fair, because it's luck, but I felt it would be a lot better if I just restarted. I hope that's alright. I didn't want to be too cheaty, but whatever. That's why I have multiple save points. What I am going to do, what I've done numerous times, is merge the Navy. Actually, let's just bring the guys over to Iceland, because I'm going to divvy all of my ships between here and here to block the Greeks and the Germans who get involved in the war. To block their ships so they can't get Iceland, just because they're annoying as all heck. So I'll just have them meet in Iceland and then split them up. But also I remembered we can build another fleet, and I was going to, but we can build ironclads and monitors now, so I'm going to set them to build instead of the others, and they'll slowly replace our other fleet if need be. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I don't know why it's like kind of lagging when I click it, but so 10 of each. Since we only have 2 ports that are building the ships, it'll take a while, but that's okay by me. So what I'm going to have these men do, they're going to take all of the Caribbean island provinces and hold them for rolling war score. And these men are going to annex, or conquer all of Colombia and then move eastward. Now, the reason for that is, I'm not sure, but I think I might be able to annex British Columbia. You see, it pretty much, to put it simply, I'm not cheating necessarily. I changed something in the game files a long while ago. Instead of 0.1 per month infamy decay, I have 0.4. So even if I get a 22 infamy gain from demanding to annex British Columbia, I'm not sure if I can, but even if I do, it'll only take a couple of years, I think, 4 years or so to wear off. And that's enough to, you know, by the time our 5-year treaty is up with Britain, we'll already be out of infamy almost. So I decided if that's a possibility, I'll do it. And so because of that, I'm going to annex or conquer as much of Columbia as I can before I move whatever eastward so I can get war score. And I'm hoping that this crisis doesn't break out a second time. Oh man. I might want to wage war right now, because if that crisis breaks out again, I'm going to be so mad. God. Please don't break out again, crisis. It's like a rare thing, but it's just an annoying thing. How about this? I will do it. Yep, let's do it. Let's move our men out and actually just start conquesting. As long as our main fleet is blocking the Germans, we can send a fleet to block the Greeks. Well, yeah, like this. I don't know where the last ones are, but whatever. I really don't care. They're both pretty good generals. Has attack and defense a little bit. So yeah, this unit will stay up here. The second fleet and I'm paused while doing this just because the fourth fleet will go protect this to make sure the Greek ships don't escape. When in my original test, a lot of wars broke out, like Thessalia broke out in a crisis after I had went to war. So the Ottomans were fighting the Brits and a bunch of other things, so it's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know what to put these guys with. I guess I'll set them up here in Germany as well. I don't know who I'm going to have defend my coasts if I get attacked by British ships, but hopefully that won't happen. Also, in my test game, I had brought my ships over to England, and most of their ships were gone. I don't know what happened, if they died or what, but the ships that were left, we just crushed them. A fire that began in the barn at the residence of Patrick O'Leary on DukeofHoth Street spread throughout the business district, destroying 17,450 buildings, killing 300 people, and leaving over 98,000 homeless. And that's in Chicago. Wow. Where's your cow, Mrs. O'Leary? Lose $25 or something. So yeah, what I'm going to do is wage war, pretty much. Going to declare war. As soon as March begins, well, as soon as my men get in place in Germany, I'll wage war. Well, actually, I can do it now. So let's do it now. Here we go. Declaring war, place in the sun, Caribbean islands. None of our allies are willing to help, but that is okay. And also, we lose 20 prestige from declaring war, but if we win, we get 19.5 back, so that's easy peasy as well. Now, who will join them is the question. Probably everyone. Yeah, there we go. I was like, oh, what? Did nobody join him? Yeah, everyone joined him as usual. So, pause here. Going to have our men start with Bermuda, because I almost forgot it in my test. Just have them go there. I'm sorry if you keep seeing the Overwolf thing pop up. Not on purpose. Can I go right into there? These troops aren't even ready yet, but whatever. I'm going to send troops into Vancouver before the ship blocks their path. Hopefully they can make it. Oh, nope. Guess they can't. We'll see in a second. So everyone was going to war with each other before, pretty much. Uh-oh. Our fleet. Why doesn't it tell me I'm under attack? Luckily, this unit's bigger than... And that's 6... They have 6 transport ships, so they're dead. We have more large and small ships than they do anyway, so they're toast. And Oh man, their bonuses are laughable. Excuse me there. So we're about to get some war score for beating a German fleet. My nose is all weird for some reason. Excuse me. Oh man, look at that. Their transport fleets are going to be the last to go. They're doing decent there. Already half conquered one. And they, I assume, cannot go to Vancouver now, right? Yeah. That's okay, though. Vancouver's their capital, so it is kind of a sad thing, but it's alright by us. We crushed their... I didn't even see how much prestige I got for that, any? I got 4% for that. For the one battle. That's amazing. And it cost 12 to acquire the Caribbean islands, I believe. I can add a war goal because of that. I'm just curious. I can't annex Colombia, but I can force them to release it for 30 war score. I don't know if that's worth it. We'll see. I might actually be able to get 30 war score if I can just annex all of it and wait for war score. Wait for it to roll over. And how much infamy is that? I didn't look. And see, now a crisis will start over Romania. Nobody's going to back them, though, because Germany is in the war with me. Yeah, like I suspected. I'm not helping these guys, because I don't have the time, nor the effort. I will give them stuff, though. Establishing a penal colony. The idea of isolating offenders and creatures of the public peace from society in general is probably as old as time itself. Many classical systems of justice included banishment from the realm as a last resort type of punishment reserved for serious crimes and offenses, and such punishment was not seldom considered worse than a death penalty. The growth of the European colonial empires during the 18th and 19th centuries, these ideas received a modern incarnation in the form of the penal colony, with renowned or infamous examples being the British colony at Botany Bay and the French Devil's Island in French Guyana. I don't know how to pronounce these, actually. Since the USA occupies several territories that could be well suited for such a purpose, in this case, well, they don't name it, but probably all of our states that aren't states yet. Since the USA occupies several territories that could be well suited for such a purpose, perhaps we ourselves should consider establishing such institutions. We can get some prestige and militancy lowered in non-colonial, so militancy lowered in our states, where all pops lose 0.5 militancy. I think there are more humane solutions to consider. There we go. Our fleet in Skagerrak, is that... I think that's the one we just saw. Yeah. Merge these guys. Hopefully Francis Sullivan remains. Once I'm done taking these territories, I can go over with my troops and actually take their written small states of Gibraltar, because it's actually a state, and right there, that island is British Ostanover, and that's actually a state. So, I mean, when you conquer states or capture states, that counts for war score. So if I can capture little states like that, it's great. But now we're going to head down to Jamaica and capture it, because it's a bigger fish, I guess. You see, Greek ships attacked me, so hopefully they won't get Iceland this time. That gave them a tiny bit of war score. I'm going to use my 9 influence in Japan, because we were, like, negative. Also, last episode, we annexed Alaska, well, we purchased Alaska and annexed Hawaii, so that was really cool. Hawaii is apparently a state automatically, but Alaska is not. The Chinese Empire of Free Trade. One of our traders was turned away from the port in Hangzhou some time ago. Apparently he was discovered by local customs officials trying to smuggle opium, despite the Chinese ban on opium imports. A liberal politician in our lower house has addressed the matter. The right to trade freely and openly across the seas and on land is one of the unalienable rights of mankind. Our rights have been denied in the Chinese Empire, and I, for one, wonder how long the government will stand for these slights at the hand of uncivilized heathens. Wow, these guys are racists. Anyways. Oh, boy. I have no idea what this is. I don't want to get in a second war with China. I don't want to lose 5 prestige, though, either. It's not a lot, but... YOLO, I guess. Free trade is fair trade. We get... China gets the USA Demands Trade Access event, which I think means we can go to war. But I don't have the time or resources for that, guys. YOLO. Oh, we won. The American Opium War. The trade disputes between the Chinese Empire and the great powers had been ongoing since the latter half of the 18th century. Tensions finally escalated to the boiling point in blank of 1871, when Chinese officials had repeatedly turned down American requests for unlimited trade access, including a lifting ban on the sale of opium. The American government, already deeply invested in a policy of confrontation, found itself with no options but to declare war. Thus, the American-Chinese Opium War began. Oh no, this is usually the British, so we're going to lose 5 prestige anyways and gain cut down to size on China. So I could go to war with China, but I'm in war with... So I'm not automatically at war with China. That's good. But I do have a casus belli that's good for a year. I'll have to keep that in mind. Because we might actually do that. If we can get more transport fleets, we can definitely bring troops across from Washington over to China and wipe them out. Especially if we can ally Japan before then. And add them to our sphere. That'd be actually pretty hype. If we're the ones doing the Opium War instead of them. I think that actually might have been when Britain got Hong Kong, was during the Opium Wars. Right now China owns it, though Portugal still owns Macau. Yeah, I'll have to remember that. Our fleet in Gibraltar? I think that was the last. Yeah, my nose is all itchy, jeez Louise. Let's check our troops. Alright, we're doing good. Oh, I didn't drop my guys off. That's silly. Oh, well, whatever. That works. That works. That definitely works. How are our men here doing? They're blocking them nicely. No crisis ongoing. Brazil is by themselves. Give them more subsidies and then I'll reattach our alliance. Britain's not at war with anyone else, so that worries me. It really does. Because they could be sending troops over right now and I wouldn't know it. Yeah. Alright. And I have no defensive ships over here. It's just the troop transports. Let me see. Since these are building, can I build a couple of transport ships? Which has the higher... Let's build the port in Seattle. I mean the naval meeting place. And let us build some steam transports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll add one right here for now. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's just for now, and then I'll move them over. And, oh, we have election starting, which is good. And I wanted to also, before I forget, build an army of mostly Dixie soldiers. New Orleans, Bowling Green, and Nashville. Tuscaloosa. Asheville. We will definitely need some Yankees, because unfortunately we ran out of Dixie. So Plattsburgh, Philadelphia, and Williamsport. Harrisburg and Buffalo. There we go. Have them meet in Washington. These are all the things I did when I was going to record last time, but we won occupation of Jamaica, and now we're going to have our troops go to Cayman Islands. So most of these are under our control, just the Bahamas is left after the Cayman Islands are done. And we can re-ally Brazil by now. Did not mean to do that. Hopefully our war subsidies will help them enough, but they're at war with 5 countries, so meh. A bunch of railroads are being built. And colonization is starting too, so they're all going to want to colonize. Yeah, the Greece war might actually start. Let's see. So all 3 of these are tied, so I'm going to go for interventionism because I do not want the socialists to win. I would go for state capitalism, but I'm not, like, just for the Southern Democrats, but no way I'm letting the socialists get ahead. These ships are still doing okay. Yep. Poor Strata, and does the Faroe Islands have any militancy? They do. That didn't help any. Oh, it did. Okay. Factories are being built, but a couple are still shut down, which is annoying. Biased multiculturalism. We have some colonial migration. That's great. Which pretty much means to the states that aren't states yet. And Iceland and stuff. Wickedness must be stamped out. Yeah, the entire... Just checking. The entire population of Iceland and Greenland is still Icelandic. Because they're European, so their assimilation rate isn't as good as in the Americas. Go up. Oh, I guess that is up, technically. I don't know. Do-ba-ba, shooby-doo-ba-ba, shoo-ba-ba. Let's fast forward. Limit their citizenship. I should have actually read that. Factories galore. Building. American capitalism. Increase our sphere in Japan. Decrease our enemies in Colombia. We do want limited citizenship, even for the other guys. Mexico, decrease opinion of France, I suppose. Nah, Belgium. I don't trust those guys. Sweden, let's ban Belgium. Oh no, no. Oh, I removed them from my sphere there. I have 49. All right. Come on, guys. There we go. Decrease opinion of Belgium. There we go. So yeah, now we'll go to the Bahamas, get that, and then we'll have complete rolling war score. Then we can send our troops over to wherever. Wherever being wherever, really. I would go for state capitalism, but once again, all 3 of them are pretty much tied, so interventionism has to get it. Once our men are here, I figured I'd try it. Let's test this. I can't really do anything with our ships right now other than blockade. Like, I could try and hunt down the British Navy, but I have a feeling their entire fleet is there right now, so it's not going to go too well. I'm surprised their fleet hasn't actually hunted me down yet. Can I see how many ships they have? I don't think so. Oh yeah, they have 78 ships. I have how many? We both like jingoism. Pro-military is obviously in the lead, so jingoism it is. I have 96 ships, though 20-something of them are transport ships. So if I brought all these men together, I think I could beat the British ships, honestly. I want to try it, I do. Not gonna lie. Huh. I'll wait. I'll wait a little bit. Anyone even in their navy? I'm curious. Like, sincerely curious. Do they even have a navy? All rich or all poor gain militancy? All rich, because they're a lot less rich than there are poor. How many ships do they have? They have 24 ships still, so I should definitely keep this navy. Pro-military is winning, so jingoism. How many ships does Greece have, and are they actually going to use them on me? They have 3 ships, so I don't think it matters too much, honestly. Whatever. I'll just leave them all where they are. These guys are pretty fast at conquering. I don't know why. You don't have speed or anything, but he's pretty fast. He has 4 attack. Can I add war goal? Or liberate? Oh yeah, I can't annex Colombia, but I can liberate them. Release puppet. Is Colombia a puppet? They are. I can release them. It's only 2.5 war score. I might as well do it. But it costs 30 war score in a peace deal. I think that's worth it because I have most of it under my control. So war score I'll start rolling pretty fast. Huh. Place in the sun. I don't know, guys. What do you think I should do? Should I... Let me know in the comments, please, if you watch this. Should I add a goal to free Colombia? We won't be able to annex it now, but it'll become free like Canada. And therefore, in 5 years or so, when our peace ends with Colombia, we can annex them. Because we can go to a conquest war, I think. Because they're only one state. So we should be able to go to a conquest war and just annex them. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, okay? Because I really value your opinions. But with that all being said, the Caribbean islands are under our control. What we're gonna are they? 80%. I think they are. Oh, Turks and Cacao, however you say that. Apparently that's also included. Did not realize that. Let's go annex that or capture that, and then we'll call that an episode. Yeah, our fleets are looking fine. See, France pretty much has captured all of Spain, which is pretty funny. We like free trade, but the Southerners like protectionism. Huh. I'll just let the chips fall where they may. I usually just do that so nobody gets too much militancy. And Britain still has how many ships? They still have 78 ships. I don't know, it's not much compared to mine, honestly. Are any of them done? One of them is done. Which means the rest will be... No, they won't be done because there's only 2 ports to build them. I'm dumb. That's okay, though. And also, our casus belli for China is coming up. Let me know in the comments, should I act upon that? Should I wage war on China even though I'm busy with Britain? Because they don't have any ships to bring over. They have 6 ships. There's no way they can bring their troops over to me. So should I try my best? Should I try my best to ally Japan and then go to war with China over opium? I don't personally think it's worth it, but that event made it sound like it was going to happen. So I'm kind of intimidated. Kind of want to do it. After this is done, Ant. Woo! Conservative Party back in the house, baby. 60% of the vote, boys. Yes! I'm actually really, really happy about that. So let us first... All I'm going to do this episode, open all factories, subsidize all factories. Now I'm happy. I'm very happy. As soon as this is done occupying, I will end off the episode. How are those transports doing? Yeah, all 4 of these are built already. So let's send them to the... up here. So we could transport these 2 units that we have up here and transport them to China. But China literally has so many brigades. I don't know if it'd be possible to just send 2 over there and expect it to be done. I'm not actually sure. 'Cause our technologies they're decent for Army. I don't know. What do you think? Once again, let me know in the comments, and I will act upon your comments as soon as possible. Next episode. We've annexed all of... conquered all of this. So let me know what I should do for all the questions. Whether I should go to war with China before the CB ends. If I should add a war goal to free Colombia so I can annex them later. You know, let me know. So until next time, guys, this has been Duke of America, and I will see you next time. But wow, by the way, 3 wars with Germany, that's within a couple decades. That's pretty bad. Considering I've won 2 of them, that's also pretty bad for them, man. Anyways, bye, guys.